day 12 of our 27-day countdown to Halloween Horror Nights, and today we're talking about our last scare zone, or dare I say the first scare zone as you enter the park, which is Infernal Carnival of Nightmares. This is our Jack the Clown and Dr. Oddfellow Ringmaster of Fear scare zone. When you first enter the park, this is what sets up the whole event for you. The premise of this really builds upon the lore, which I talked about in a previous video. Long story short, Jack became a worker in Oddfellow's carnival. He was a performer, he killed people, the authorities caught on, Dr. Oddfellow then killed him. So the relationship ends in betrayal, murder, and Jack's transformation into the Jack we know today. Instead of immediately fighting each other in Halloween Horror Nights 35, Jack and Oddfellow have truly come together and combined their powers to turn Universal Studios Florida itself into their combined Infernal Carnival of Nightmares. That's why the carnival concept really extends across other scare zones and houses. They are not friends, but they've joined forces to do this. Oddfellow represents control. He's calculated, manipulative, and obsessed with controlling supernatural forces, while Jack represents chaos. He thrives on unpredictability, violence, spectacle, and sheer fun. The Infernal Carnival really is about what happens when chaos and control are combined and conjoined together. I think this scare zone really represents the gate into the nightmare and the gate into Halloween Horror Nights itself. Again, it's the first scare zone we're going to be going into. There's going to be weathered signage, circus tents. I have seen some images, which I'll put around the screen here, of some of the props that are currently in the scare zone. I think an important piece of wordplay here is icons. We have two major icons: Infernal Carnival of Nightmares icon. I think that's a pretty interesting fact that I've seen. The significance is icons have been one of the most defining elements of Halloween Horror Nights, so why not celebrate that in this big anniversary year? For Jack, I would expect to have manic carnival side of the zone. He wants an audience. I would see performers. He wants to draw you in and have you as part of the fun. And Dr. Oddfellow will add that darker supernatural layer. And again, his history is about occult rituals, supernatural powers, being otherworldly. So it'll be very interesting to see how those elements mix together. For the atmosphere, think corrupted vintage carnival. Rather than the bright modern aesthetic, this is going to be an old traveling carnival that probably should have gone away a long time ago. The atmosphere should have weathered signs, sinister carnival barkers, twisted performers, attractions around it. It's going to be right next to Sideshow of Decay, which is like the background, the junkyard of the carnival. So think Infernal Carnival of Nightmares is going to have your main scenery that gets thrown out if you turn right and go down the street to Hollywood Boulevard. Oddfellow historically has surrounded himself with performers and individuals who are corrupted or manipulated by supernatural forces, while Jack's carnival is more murderous, clown, and grotesque. Again, a very interesting blend. Universal hasn't publicly released a complete character-by-character scare actor roster for this, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see some other icons coming into play as well. The scare zone and the house, Jack and Oddfellow Chaos and Control, are different pieces of the same mythology. The house takes you deeper into Jack and Oddfellow's history and has the Oddverse, and it shifts between perspectives, whereas this scare zone is the blend of both of them. That's what makes these streets so important. Conceptually, Universal is saying that you should think of Oddfellow's Carnival going into Jack's creation, their rivalry, the Oddverse, Chaos and Control, and then you have the Infernal Carnival of Nightmares, excuse me. So that carnival is coming at the end of all of the chaos that has happened before that. The house is telling you why this has happened. The streets are telling you what happens because of it. So that's a very important distinction. This is such an important and exciting scare zone for the 35th anniversary of Halloween Horror Nights because it's taking some of our biggest icons, taking their lore and showing you why these icons are so important and how Halloween Horror Nights can give you this mythology that transcends time. The simplest way to think about it is Infernal Carnival of Nightmares and is introducing you to the event and is our home base. I'm so excited to see what they do. I'm so excited that some of the event details and the scare zone details have started to come up. It's really transforming the park. And I'm so extra excited to see how the world that's been created with Jack's Chaos and Oddfellow's Control is going to turn out in a few weeks when Halloween Horror Nights officially starts.